Let's take a look at the terminal or horizon value. So theoretically, the value of a stock is the present value of all the future dividends. If dividends do not grow, we have a perpetuity. And the formula for a perpetuity is that the price today equals, so P0 equals the dividend divided by the required return R. If dividends grow at a constant rate of G, we have the Gordon growth model, sometimes referred to as the dividend growth model, and that says that the price in time period 0, today, equals the dividend in year 1 divided by R minus G, so the required return minus the growth rate of dividends. So how do we value a stock we only hold for a finite number of periods? So for example, suppose we own stock in Wagner Industries. Wagner is expected to pay a dividend of $3 in year 1, $3.50 in year 2, and we plan to sell Wagner stock after year 2. Let's assume that after year 2, dividends will grow at a constant rate of 3%. What is Wagner stock worth today if we require a 12% return? Well, there are going to be two parts to valuing the stock. The present value of the first two dividends, the $3 and the $3.50, and the present value of the horizon value. So if you look at this graph here, right, we have a dividend in year 1, we have a dividend in year 2, and then we have this horizon value. So this is going to encompass all of the dividends from year 3 to infinity. So how do we value this? We go back to the dividend growth model, or the Gordon growth model. Instead of saying P0 equals D1 divided by R minus G, it generalizes to P of time period T equals the dividend one period in the future, so T plus 1, divided by R minus G. So in this case here, the dividend in T plus 1 equals the dividend in time period T times 1 plus the growth rate. So you're just finding a future value. So in this case, we need D3. Well, we know what D2 is. D2 is 350. It's going to grow at 3%, so 350 times 1.03 equals $3.60.5. Now we can use that Gordon growth model, or dividend growth model, to find the horizon value in time period T. Remember, we have the dividend in year 3, we're finding it in year 2. It's going to be the $3.60.5 divided by the required return of 12% minus the growth rate of 0.03. We get $40.06. Now, this is in year 2, so to find the present value, or the value in year 0, we have to discount this back 2 periods. So we take the $40.06 and divide it by 1.12 squared, 1 plus the required return squared. Now, what do we want to do? We find the present value of these dividends, and then we add it to the value of the horizon or terminal value, and this gives us the price of the stock. So again, this horizon value or terminal value just encompasses all the dividends from year 3 to infinity. So in order to get those, we make an assumption that it's going to grow at a constant rate. In this example, it happens to be 3%.